Hey everyone, it's Lisa Danforth from lisadanforth.com. I just want to thank you so much for showing up. I'm going to turn off my phone just in case I hadn't. Just want to thank you for showing up, whether you're live or on the replay. I am always super grateful for you to take time out of your busy day and spend it with me. Today I wanted to pop in and talk a little bit about something that's been coming up a bunch lately. And Angela, thank you for those hearts. I always love them. Something that's really been popping up a lot with either the organizations that I speak with, the individuals that I speak with, and it's really sort of a communication style within the companies, whether you own your company or whether you work in an organization. I have been talking with a lot of people that these days they're having difficulty with the communication style. They're kind of working in what I like to call a silo. They've kind of got their head down. They're not getting in anyone else's business. No one's getting in theirs. There's no collaboration or communication. And that's an incredibly difficult way to have a productive day, to have a productive business, to be getting a lot out of your day, including enjoyment. So I kind of wanted to pop in and really talk about the communication styles that each one of us have. And we all have different styles. And the way that we show up, and we don't always understand this, we feel it when we're in communication with somebody else, but we're not always looking internally at the way that we show up and how that impacts the people around us, whether positively or negatively. I mean, think about it. When you go to cash out from getting your coffee at the local coffee shop and you've got a grumpy barista that's handing you a cup of coffee, that's not a great way to start your day. You're like, the hell was wrong with him? Why is he all grumpy? And it kind of allows it sets the tone for our day. But when we have someone that we're interacting with that's more of a positive, energetic, not that we have to be all Pollyanna all the time, but when we are around people that are positive, that are uplifting, that are creative and innovative, that are looking for new ways to do things and new conversations to be had, that's a much more productive environment that people want to show up in. They are happy to show up to work. They're not completely diffused and lack energy when they go home. So I just want to, like I said, pop in and just sort of throw this out there, because communication really is that golden thread that runs through whether companies are successful. And again, whether you own your own company, whether you're on a management team, leadership team, or if you're just showing up every day and just trying to make it through. Communication is that golden thread that truly runs through whether a business, an environment is successful or if it's going to continually be struggling. So I'd like to just ask 3 questions. Think about how it is that you show up in your work environment. And your work very well may be at home with your family. You know, how is it that the words that you're saying, the energy that you are giving off, because we've probably all been around that person that's like, I'm not angry, I'm totally fine. Because they're not screaming, they think that their anger is under control, but they're not understanding how that truly is impacting those around. Same thing goes for positive. So how are you showing up within your work environment? What is it that you bring to the table? Again, we can notice it in other people, but take some time today and over the next course of the course of the next week of looking at how you're showing up and the reaction of the people that you're with, whether you're speaking directly with them or if they're just around you. And look at, again, how their energy is impacting you so that you can kind of see a two-way street. And it's nice to sort of get outside of yourself and really touch on that. How do you like to be communicated with? What is your preference for communication? Is it direct? Is it indirect? Is it soft and around the table? What is your style and what works most effectively for you? You don't need to change your style. You may need to soften it, especially if you're in management, if you've got a team that you're leading. You need to be authentic. You always need to show up and be the person that you are, but to recognize what it is that you're saying and the impact of it. And how could you maybe approach it from a different angle and still get, I was going to say the same result, but a better result of inviting people into conversation. We need to feel safe within the environment that we work in order for us to show up and be innovative and creative and bring new ideas to the table and just to throw some things out there and say, hey, have you thought about this? Let's try this. We need to have an environment where our knuckles aren't wrapped every time that we screw up. We cannot have an innovative environment. We cannot be an innovative, progressive company if we're not allowing our employees and our team to try new things and fail. Those who have succeeded the most, I can guarantee, have failed most as well. So really look at what type of environment it is that you like to be around and how you actually like to be spoken to, and give the gift of transparency. Let people know, that direct conversation really shuts me down. Is there a way that we could agree on communication that works for the both of us, that serves the betterment of the company, the betterment of our collaboration and our communication with each other? And then the third question is really, what are your expectations of yourself? We are continually watching ourselves and we are continually judging ourselves. What is your expectation of who you want to be as a leader, as a manager, as a business owner, as a coffee barista? What is the energy that you want to project? What is the persona that you want to be? And be that person. Sometimes we get very stuck in living in what is, and what is our environment, and that can sometimes be heavy, but who do we want to be? Who is that person out here that we're going to really aspire to be the best person? And what can you do today in order to really be that person and to bring the joy and the fulfillment that you want to the environment that you spend a great deal of time with? In, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, whether it's your girlfriend, whether it's with yourself. I mean, we have to sit with ourselves a lot. We want to be able to be proud of who we are, the person that we're being, and what we're bringing to the table. So again, little summarization is, what is your communication style and how is it impacting people? To, how do you like for people to communicate with you? And share, be transparent, share how that's impacting you positively as well as negatively. We don't always have to share what's not working. Sometimes we can just be like, that was awesome. You really allowed me to step into fully being myself and bring it all to the table. And this is an awesome place to work, and I really appreciate it. And 3, who's the person, what do you expect of yourself? Set some expectations, set some goals of who you want to be, who you need to be in order to have the team, the environment, the culture that's going to bring the best out in the people that are around you. That's when we can just show up fully at work. That's when we find fulfillment and joy at work. And as business owners, I can absolutely tell you, that's when we get the most productivity out of our day and when we get the most productivity out of our team. And when we do that, guess what happens? Profits go up. Profit can be absolutely impacted by the way that we show up. When we make it the priority, it's rarely has as positive or a fast-moving impact as when we set our team first. In order to have a raving fan base, we truly need to have a raving internal fan culture within our company. So would love to hear what you think. What is the environment in which you work? Are you working in a silo, keeping your head down, just trying to get your work done and not get your knuckles wrapped? Or is it collaborative and people are really inviting you into communicating and really supporting the people around you, the environment, the business, the culture, the clients, and all of it? So would love to hear. Please pop a little comment in below. Give me a shout out. Would love to know. And thank you so much, Angela. I so appreciate all the wonderful comments. And Veronica, thanks for jumping on with me, ladies. Really appreciate it. See you guys later. Have an awesome, awesome day.